5 seconds. Start. The post emergency climate has been congenial for reconciling fundamental freedoms and open society with egalitarianism and social justice. This is the first Republic Day with which my 10-month-old government is associated. Let us not judge them hastily. Let us rather take note of what has been achieved. It has resorted to public life, the essential attributes of a mature democracy. On the economic front, my government has sought to concretize the Gandhian concept of employment oriented rural development and to bridge the socio-economic disparity between the urban and the rural areas. For the first time since independence, our political life is not dominated by a monolithic political party. Today, men of good conscience but with varying shades of political opinion are working together for the good of the nation. This is in itself a great achievement. Let us not isolate and exaggerate honest differences of opinion and unwittingly perhaps undermine the principles of collective responsibility on which good government is based. For once in our history, we stand united as a nation. India is one country and Indians are one people. Let no one underestimate our strength or take us for granted. Our continued progress on the agricultural front and our determination to each the benefits of plant development to the rural areas and to the economically weaker sections of society will better the quality of our life of millions of our countrymen. This requires resolute political will and determined administrative action. To our sound and board based scientific and technological achievements, which have been acknowledged all the world over, we have handsomely coupled research and development to take care of the future. Today, we are recognized as one of the 10 most industrially advanced nations in the world. India's very significant manpower contribution to the United Nations pool to technical and administrative talent and experience is matched only by our bilateral technical assistance programs of our friends in Africa, Southeast Asia, and West Asia. While we may take justifiable pride in these achievements, we must guard against complacency in thought and action. On the other hand, we must forge ahead with hard, dedicated work and the determination to succeed not only as individuals but as a nation. Our administration relied of its recent traumatic experience is fortunate to have firm dynamic political leadership. The younger generation who join the various services which compose the broad spectrum of the administration are idealistic, motivated, and have the capacity of hard work. Let us forge out of these qualities a result oriented instrument to implement our plans for the future and to build the India of our dreams now onwards.